and the most exciting player on the circuit at the moment, given the absence of Ronnie O'Sullivan. In this quarter-final, he takes on a very capable sort in Andrew Higginson, a fellow Englishman. Welcome back, everyone, to LiveWorldSnooker.tv and the quarter-finals of this Bulgarian Open, the latest Players Tour Championship event in this season's series of them. When our last 16 match between John Higgins and Liang Wenbo came to a conclusion a little earlier, there was some unfinished business in the other matches. Well, I can tell you the complete quarter-final lineup now. Obviously, Trump against Higginson. The winner of this will play Tom Ford or Mark Davis. In the bottom half of the draw, John Higgins takes on Rory McLeod. McLeod beat Li Yan from China 4-1. And the winner of that will play Ben Williston or Neil Robertson, the Australian beating Marcus Campbell in the end. Now, Judd Trump has got an awful lot of cue power, but this table hasn't been the best for screwing back on, and even he struggled to get it back where he wanted it to. Short of ideal position on the blue. But how about that? What a shot.
6.
He actually struck that a little too well. Cue ball travelled maybe 9 inches more than he wanted it to.
Trump 6.
Well, two things to watch out for in this match. One, obviously, to see whether Trump can advance. He's by no means a certainty against Higginson, by the way, who has beaten him in 2 of their 4 previous meetings. But also the other thing to keep an eye on with Trump is whether he can make another century break. Remarkably, he's had 3 this tournament, nothing special in that. But remarkably, for the season so far, he's made 36. Now, when you consider the record for an entire season is 55, made by Mark Selby in the campaign that finished back in May, well, then you realise that Trump is on course for not just breaking the record, but obliterating it. He could well get to 50 centuries by Christmas, which would be extraordinary. Lots of snooker to be played before the Christmas festivities. Trump's involved in the Premier League playoffs in Grimsby next weekend. He takes on Neil Robertson. John Higgins plays Stuart Bingham. There's another PTC event in Ravenscraig in Scotland. And in between that, there's the UK Championship. The UK Championship, of course, in which Trump is the defending champion. Now the Reds nicely spread here. One good shot on the blue, and Higginson could put together a sizable contribution.
Andrew Higginson 6.
Just slightly overcut it. Caught that near jaw. Refused to drop.
7. 8.
Big incentive for Trump in this match, indeed in all of the matches he plays today, because every one he wins he'll go more ahead of Mark Selby in the world rankings. Selby out of this tournament in the last 32.
14. 15.
Selby, the player who Trump replaced as the world number 1, is still in second place.
21. 22.
Trump, though, is moving around 4,000 points clear.
$28. 29.
'He looks so comfortable, so reliable in amongst the balls.
35. 36.
'And there again, evidence of Trump's
42.
wonderful cue power.
43. Switch off all flag lights, please.
Theo Selbertinger, the referee, just admonishing maybe a couple of members of the audience for having camera phones, I think it is. I think generally speaking the crowds have been great at this event.
49.
Hardly any disturbance. The best of order has been given.
50.
Well, there's the half-century break. Now 59 still on the table for Higginson, so Trump needs the pink and one more red. Missed the blue to the vault pocket, and when he did so, he must have suspected it might be costly.
$56. 57.
Frame under lock and key now. Well, I talked about the centuries for Trump. Can he clock up another one here?
3.
Well, playing right-handed, tried to split the two reds from next to the black, and that's why the red went astray. Well, Higginson needed high-value colours, tried to flick the black out there. Now has to try and pot the pink. And even though he's done so, 56 points behind with 43 on, he needs 4 snookers. The only realistic hope would be if he got 1 snooker and then Trump gave him a free ball. first frame on the board on table 3. Neil Robertson has made short work of that opening frame against Ben Wollaston. Robertson 1, Wollaston 0. And the big guns are firing because John Higgins has just taken the first frame quite quickly against Rory McLeod. Well, I think that puts the exclamation point on the frame. What a shot that is. What a shot. I can't speak highly enough about Judd Trump. He is just the most extraordinary talent.
Try.
No one has dominated snooker for many years. If Trump carries on like this, who knows?
17.
He's playing irresistible snooker at the moment.
$21. $26.
You've got to be kidding me. What a start. Judd Trump played beautifully in that frame. Some exhibition shots at the end. Judd Trump 1, Andrew Higginson 0. A man who's absolutely brimming with confidence. Just to repeat, on the other tables, Neil Robertson leads Ben Wollaston 1-0. John Higgins 1-0 up on Rory McLeod. Over on table 2, where Mark Davis is taking on Tom Ford. Davis is looking good to win the first frame, although not there yet. He's 44 points ahead with 4 reds and therefore 59 points on the table. Judd Trump hasn't really pulled up any trees by his standards in PTCs so far this season. He was runner-up in the tournament that concluded in Gloucester on Wednesday, runner-up to John Higgins, and so he's currently 8th on the order of merit. That means his place in the top 25 to make the grand finals is now pretty much assured. Not quite so comfortable for Higginson though. He finds himself 19th at the moment, and consequently every match he can win takes him a little closer to a trip to Ireland in March for that lucrative event where the first prize of the PTC Grand Final is going to be £100,000. Around 155,000 US dollars. The winner of this tournament, by the way, receives €15,000. Good pot. Now he caught that slightly thinner than he wanted to, even though it went in. Had he potted that in the middle of the pocket, it would have stopped short of the baulk line, the cue ball.
Judd Trump 1.
As it was, he still took on the brown, suffered a kick though, and that's why it missed by such a distance. I think most players there would have nestled the cue ball in behind the brown. But of course Trump isn't most players.
One.
"34 years of age, Andrew Higginson from the town of Widnes. Most famous sporting-wise for its rugby league team. World number 28. Did get to 18th in the rankings a little earlier this year. And the last roll of the cue ball there leaves Higginson on a red. I thought for a while he was going to be out of position, but then he just flicked one over and now has a red to the left-hand top pocket. He has won a Players Tour Championship event last season, beating the likes of Ben Wollaston, Dave Harold, Jack Lazowski, and in the final John Higgins 4-1. Best known in snooker though for reaching the final of the 2007 Welsh Open as a qualifier. In that tournament actually entered the event in the first qualifying round, won a series of matches to earn his place at the venue, and came so close to a fairy tale success. He was actually given the Achievement of the Year award by the Snooker Writers Association for that. He led Neil Robertson in the final of the Welsh Open 8-6, eventually lost 9-8. But in that tournament, in the quarter-finals, he made a televised 147. Never easy, that kind of shot, trying to get
24.
maximum angle to get out for the black. Great camera angle there supplied. You can see why Judd Trump stayed down. The red actually moved to the left slightly as it was going down the table. Trump wasn't quite sure whether it was going to find enough of the pocket to go in. It just about did. Now his future scoring prospects here entirely dependent on whether the black will pot. He clearly believes it will, because he can pot the black here and also split the pink away from the red.
15. One. 22.
Try to open the cluster of 3. Didn't succeed.
28.
But there is an alternative.
$29.
The 3 reds in question are open now.
35.
It's a real treat to watch Trump at work. He combines speed with precision. And he's absolutely full of self-belief at the moment. Doesn't like that though. He believes he had a springy bounce off the cushion there, and that's why the cue ball.
So please don't do it again. What? I must warn you for a bad language.
What? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Now then. The referee here is saying, I must warn you about bad language.
I didn't swear.
And Trump is saying he didn't swear. Now, I must be honest, I didn't hear him swear at all. I must be honest, I picked up no swear word there at all.
Didn't. Why would I swear a match? I never swear.
Don't just discuss this now at the table. Please go on play.
Trump said there, if you didn't hear it, why would I swear in a match? I never do. And I must be honest, I've never heard him come out with any bad language before. I think he sort of said, whoa, what a bounce off the cushion. Yes. Maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding there.
42.
I'm not doubting the referee, but I'm certainly not doubting Trump's honesty either. If he'd sworn, I think he would have taken it on the chin. It was only a warning anyway. It wasn't a action for a fine or anything like that. Theo Selbertinger clearly heard something that he believed was a swear word, and Trump's adamant it wasn't.
49.
Just hope it doesn't affect his concentration. Trump actually looked at Andrew Higginson during that incident, and I think Higginson was rather bemused as well. Now Trump is 33 ahead, so this red and a colour.
57.
And Higginson will need a snooker. If he pots the pink, he will need 2 snookers. The blue, Higginson will need 1.
Foul. Judd Trump 62. Andrew Higginson 4.
Well, how about that for a mistake? Totally unnecessary. Now there's 35 points the difference, 35 on the table. Higginson, if he pots red and black in all the colours, will force a respotted black.
One.
Frame over now, though.
One.
think Higginson wanted to swear after missing that black, but bearing in mind what had just happened to Trump, he held it back.
Two. Five. Nine.
Trump's potting is just extraordinary.
Foul. Shot Trump 9. And we're going to 7.
Well, the crowd denied a few more exhibition shots. Andrew Higginson denied frame 2, as he was in frame 1. Judd Trump 2, Andrew Higginson 0. And the incident in mid-frame, when the referee thought that Judd Trump had sworn, Judd Trump was adamant he hadn't, did not affect the world number 1's concentration. Now there you see Andrew Higginson, nice guy that he is, helping out both Judd Trump, and he believes the referee as well there. He said, you know, I don't think he swore. And there's no doubt in my mind, he didn't. You can hear pretty much everything the players say. And if he did swear, it was under his breath, no more than a whisper. Now the referee's out there, I'm not. I just get the impression he might have misconstrued the word or the noise that Trump made after the bad bounce off the cushion. Anyway, water under the bridge now, hopefully. What about the other scores? Well, Mark Davis has just taken a 1-0 lead over Tom Ford. Neil Robertson 2-0 up on Ben Wollaston. And John Higgins still 1-0 over Rory McLeod. Higgins leading by 27 points early on in frame number 2. Now Higginson had a great chance, didn't he, to force a respotted black. But he undercut that one. And Trump, after that lax safety shot on the last red, was let off the hook.
Third frame. Shot Trump to break.
I was saying at the start of the match that Trump and Higginson have played each other on 4 previous occasions. 2 wins recorded each. Trump beat Higginson in the qualifiers for the Masters 2006, Higginson beat Trump in the qualifiers for the Masters in 2009. Higginson does have a PTC victory over Trump last year, 4-3. But their most important meeting in the first round of last season's World Open in China, well, that resulted in a resounding victory, 5-0 for Trump, although several of those frames Higginson could have won. That was just after Higginson had lost to Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5-4 in the German Masters, having been 4-0 ahead.
Andrew Higginson, 1.
Well, he's better than this, just hasn't settled. Oohs and ahs around the crowd when Trump missed that. It wasn't easy, but he's playing so well at the moment. Every time he misses a ball, it's something of a shock to the system. Now Higginson can't see the red directly, but he can pot it off the side cushion first. Oh, the worst possible outcome.
1.
Snookered on all 6 colours. That's unlucky. This is actually quite a tough one to hit, whichever colour he nominates. Purely and simply because of the horrible awkwardness of the queuing.
Yellow ball.
Well, he's nominated yellow.
Foul. The miss. Andrew Higginson, 1. Judd, 4.
The referee, Theo Silvertinger, calling a miss there, quite correctly so. That's the rule. It seems a little harsh in these circumstances, but the referee is applying it correctly.
It's okay. Judd. Thanks. Yellow ball.
Yellow.
Yellow ball. Foul. And the miss. Judd, 4.
Now the referee picked up the cue ball very quickly there. I'm not saying it was a free ball, but it might have been close. I think he should have checked first.
Foul. And the miss. Judd, 4.
Now this might be a free ball. I think Trump came to the table to make sure that the referee didn't pick up the white. Indeed, it is a free ball.
Brown ball. One.
Well, that one struggled in.
8.
And that's why he's got a little more angle on the red than perhaps he wanted here. Realised he couldn't hold for the black, so up for a choice of ball colours. The blue, for the moment, out of the equation.
Yep.
Well, getting the reds open more, but now a tough shot coming up. Whether he chooses brown or yellow. Have to think it's going to be brown.
Brown ball.
Oh, just superb. Again. Now one more good shot, and he's in absolutely prime position. Or maybe one more from here. On the black, but I think, especially being left-handed, this is going to be hampered queuing. Not a certainty. Nicely done.
27.
I used to do a lot of commentary with a really good friend of mine from Canada called Jim White, and when anyone was in a position like this, quite often he used to say they were in the catbird seat or in the mayor's office.
35.
Whatever the descriptive terms you want to use. Indisputable, Trump is banging amongst them. And steaming towards 3-0.
43. 44.
Well, a red is still available, but this is not easy. Had a similar shot to this early on in frame 1, overcut it. To the same pocket, actually. No problems this time. And the kiss on the green has worked out nicely. Choice of green or brown. Five reds remain. That means 67 points on the table. Trump's lead is now 65. So this red, and Higginson will need snookers. It's great to watch, isn't it?
$63. 64. 71. 72.
Can we see yet another century
39.
added to Trump's tally?
80.
No reason why not now.
87. 88. Ninety-four. 96.
Needs the cue ball to run a little more. Just about okay. More angle on the green though than he would have liked.
$99.
Come on, Judd, get to 3 figures again. Yes, well done. 37 centuries this season and counting.
108. 114.
He's making a difficult game look preposterously easy. Just a wonderful break again. 121 from Judd Trump. He is something special. They call Jose Marino the special one. Snooker-wise, you might just be looking at him. Trump 3, Andrew Higginson 0. A wonderful display so far. Inevitably, when he's playing, the other matches are somewhat overshadowed. Latest scores, well, Mark Davis leads Tom Ford 1-0 and by 33 points to 1 in frame 2. Slower going there. It's 2-0 for Neil Robertson over Ben Wollaston, and Robertson leads by 31 points with 1 red left in the third frame. And on table 4, John Higgins leads Rory McLeod 1-0, and he's 35 points ahead with just the colours left in the second, and so McLeod needs a couple of snookers. It does appear as though Higgins is going to take a 2-0 lead there, although he's not quite over the line yet. Well, they've packed into this main arena at the Princess Hotel in Sofia in Bulgaria to see Judd Trump, and he's not disappointed. I was just a little concerned when the incident occurred in the second frame, when the referee warned him for swearing, when I don't think he did. I think it was a genuine misunderstanding. I was just a little concerned then it might affect his mindset. Not so. If anything, he seems even more fired up than he was before. I can confirm, by the way, Higgins is going to lead 2-0. Higgins against McLeod, that is. Table 3, though, Ben Wollaston is on a break of 20. He needs just pink and black to snatch the third frame away from Neil Robertson. He's done so. 33 clearance from Ben Wollaston. Wins frame 3 on the black. Robertson's lead trimmed to 2-1. Could that be a turning point, I wonder? Well, this morning, Trump needed only 63 minutes of total playing time to beat Dave Harold 4-1 in the last 16. Harold won the first frame. Trump then made breaks of 49, 78, 71 and 107 to win quite swiftly. And I'm just wondering whether he's going to win even more swiftly here.
11.
One other score update for you on table 2. Mark Davis has doubled his lead over Tom Ford. Davis 2-0 ahead.
$19. $20. Put the wire camera, please.
Now the angle is there on the blue to go into the reds. If this works out, well, I was going to say Higginson might have played his last shot, and that's not too bad. Okay, Trump has tied the black up, but at least the reds have been spread.
$26.
Now the only way this break will continue is if the red closest to the cue ball will pot to the bottom right hand pocket as we're looking at the table. It did.
32.
And Trump moves on. Didn't play for that red. Rather lucky he dropped on it.
$37. $38.
Isn't this fantastic to watch? And now, with the pink developed, this is a frame and match winning chance.
44.
Higginson's contribution to the match has been minimal so far. Trump's contribution has been wonderful.
51. $57. 58.
Pink and one more red needed. Had a kick there, Trump. There's no doubt about that. I'm surprised he's not asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. Well, that's the frame one. Now it's just a matter of whether he can go on to make yet another century.
$72. $73.
Now this match began just after 1 o'clock local time. They don't include the breaks between frames in the time allotted. I reckon this is around a 40-minute match. And the stats flashing up on your screen underline Trump's utter dominance. 96 pot success rate. 96%. Amazing.
86.
Just like to see him make another century. He's got the angle on the pink. He has to dislodge the red, but he's actually knocked it in a more awkward situation.
92.
So what?
$99.
Century number 38 of the season.
104.
If he carries on playing like this, they might as well give him the Bulgarian Open trophy now.
108.
Outstanding.
113.
The break ends at 119. You know, I've commentated on hundreds of matches in my career. That was especially eye-popping. I just can't quite believe what I've just seen. The standard of the shot making was exceptional. Breaks of 63, 121, 119 from Judd in well less than an hour. He wins the match by 4 frames to 0. He's the first player into the semi-finals of this Bulgarian Open. The little musical reprise at the end of that